Hello everybody and welcome to Suffolk Codes Part 6. This is our last and final lesson this summer. This is Miss Natalie letting you know that I will be available on Wednesdays from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. if you need any help. And if you missed last week's session, that's okay. Pause this video and watch parts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which you can find on our Facebook and YouTube pages. Alright, let's get coding. Today we're going to work on some optical illusions. The first one is called the magic spot. If you stare at the cross in the middle long enough, you'll see that a green spot seems to appear. Alright, let me show you how it gets done. We'll begin by removing our cat sprite friend and creating our own sprite. Don't forget to convert to bitmap. We're going to create a pink circle. Very simple. Nothing too crazy. You want to make sure your circle is right in the middle. You see this little cross here? You want to make sure he's right there. Perfect. And we also want to change the costume size to be 35 by 35. You can see the size of your costume right here. You want to get as close as possible. There we go. And again, you want to make sure it's right in the center. Next, we're going to create a black cross. And in order to get straight lines, you need to hold shift at the same time. We want to change this color to black. It's very important that we choose the right colors for this one. So your pink dot actually, whoops. It should be color 85. Saturation 70. And brightness 100. Then this costume will be black for your cross. We'll use the line tool. And as I said, you can hold shift to make straight lines. You also want to change the size of the cross to be much smaller than the spot. If you can get it in the 20s, that'll be much better. And again, you want to center that code. Next, we want to create the backdrop, which will have a very specific gray color. Convert to bitmap, select your fill tool, and the color will be 0, saturation 0, and brightness 80. It has to be these colors because you want the optical illusion to work. Alright, now select your sprite. And you want to add some variables. This one will be called ID. This is for this sprite only. Now we're going to add some code in order for the pink dots to appear. Don't forget to uncheck the ID box so it doesn't show. Alright, if we run this project, each circle should say its value. So we have 0 through 11, and the middle dot will not say anything. Alright, now you can delete this, you can delete this code since we don't need it. Now we're going to add the code that'll help us create the obstacle illusion. We'll start by adding some more variables. Now let's run our project, and if we stare at the cross long enough, we should see a magic green spot appear. If you try to look at the spot directly, it'll disappear. Pretty neat, right? Our next optical illusion is a spiral of color. I'm going to show you guys how to make this spiral be sensitive to music and change colors, and how it can continuously spin so that it looks like it's spinning forever. Alright, let's see how it's done. Let's begin by deleting our cat sprite, going to the paintbrush. We're not going to draw anything, but we're going to call this the spiral. Now we're going to add a backdrop, and we're going to make this backdrop black. This will make it easier for us to see the spiral. Next, we're going to add a lot of variables. They will be repeats, draw length increase, turn angle, and start direction. Make sure that all of their boxes are unchecked. Next, we're going to add a custom block, which will be called Draw Spiral. Next, we'll add the following code to define Draw Spiral. We will also need the pen extension. If we test our project, it should look something like this. This will take a total of 30 seconds to draw, but we want to make it run a little bit faster. So we'll add some code to make it appear much faster. We'll need to right-click on Define Spiral, select Edit. Then we're going to check the box where it says Run Without Screen Refresh. Then hit OK. This should reset the spiral to run faster. Now we're going to add this code so that it appears that our spiral is spinning continuously. We should start to see our spiral spin. Next, we're going to add some color. Add this code to the Define block. Finally, we're going to add some music so that the spiral changes with the beat. Our spiral should now be sensitive to any noises we play nearby. And make sure you hit allow when it asks your computer's permission to use the microphone. So as you can see, my spiral is reacting to my voice. And eventually it goes quiet, but it's very sensitive. It may also be extremely sensitive since I'm using a microphone to record these sounds. But I can't wait to see what you all create. And as I said earlier, this is my last Suffolk Codes with you all. And on Wednesday, it will be my last day with the Suffolk Public Library. So I hope to see some of you there. And I hope you guys have a great week. Happy coding!